Top's Pokémon Emerald Walkthrough the Road to Lillycove Part 1. Hello and welcome! This is your boy GeekGhostGamerTop on the road to Lillycove. So I'm just going through a phone call. Oh, and thanks a lot. I just bumped into a trainer battle. Sorry about that. So yeah, I didn't catch much of that, which it really doesn't excite me. So Gentleman Walter is sending out a Manectric, so I will send out a Graveler. So fun fact about a Manectric from the Electrike is I think it's a cool type of Pokemon. You'd have it do a lot of stuff, especially its aesthetics. So it hit me with Odor Sleuth, and I've just dampened electricity around. So the fun fact about Manectric is that you can teach it a quick attack. Odor Sleuth, I think you can teach it its elemental basis. So I have an Electrike, but I haven't really used it. So I just used a Magnitude 8 on it, which obviously does a lot. So my Graveler gained 1044, and I've beaten Gentleman Walter. Ah, well played. Thanks, gentlemen. So as I was saying, is that okay, and your Pokemon. So I got registered into his Pokenav. So as I was saying, is that I haven't really had time to play a lot of Pokémon Emerald. So, a wild Pokemon battle, a Mightyena. So, I don't know a lot about a Mightyena, although I know that it's usually a dark type Pokemon, but you can give it a lot of things to learn. I think Quick Attack is one of them, Odor Sleuth is another, and I think Bite, which obviously will be its basis. I think the one thing about Mightyena is that you actually have to make sure that you give it a lot of agility kind of thing. Oh, and I got flinched. So, I am flinched. I don't know what to do. I'll reach into my Pokemon party and see who is up for grabs. Okay, just went into my bag. Sorry people, I just had to go into my bag because I'm kind of tired about these wild type battles, but I will give them credit though. Some wild poke battles. Oh, and it just used Swagger. So that's the other thing that I kind of forgot, is that Swagger on a Mightyena and a Houndoom actually gives it a bit of confidence or attack confidence, but also does a bit of damage to like an opponent, which gives it confusion. So that's the one thing that I hate about giving Swagger to like a Mightyena or a Houndoom or whatever, because of stuff like this. So what am I gonna do? I am going to reach into my Poke Party and take out my Blaziken. So I'm ready to fight. Oh, and I just got taken away. Thanks, Mightyena. So I just see a Carbos. So unfortunately I cannot take it. That means I need to just dump out a lot of stuff. So as we're doing that, is that the one thing that I have to kind of suss out about this is that Pokemon Emerald has a lot. I won't lie. This game has a lot. I think when I saw this, when I went into Dewford City, Slateport City. Is that when I went into the Poke Flea Market. I know most of you would know this because I was scouring a lot of that city. So I obtained Carbos. Anyway, so as I was going through Slateport City, there's a lot. Oh, and we're gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to stop. A Mightyena just appeared again, which is kind of weird. And I just took out my Graveler, and yes, it will use it to intimidate because that's how it is. So what do? I just cannot escape. Just let me, and it lands the first bite, and I escape. Thanks. So as I was saying, the majority of Slateport City is huge. I think the first time when I landed there, story-wise, was that it took me a while. Like, it honestly took me a while, and we're in the Safari Zone. So we're gonna get back to like Slateport City in a few. So I'm in the Safari Zone. The one thing, yes, answer yes for catching, yes when you've run. Okay, so this is fairly basic, but the one thing that I love about the Emerald Safari Zone is that you need to have something called a Pokebug case. Now in Gen 1 or Gen 2 you relatively would go into it without anything like a Pokebug case, so you need in Gen 3 like Emerald, you need something like a Pokebug case. I'm not sure if anything in Gen 4 had like a Pokebug case. Like, I think as you go on with like the Pokemon Game Boy, Nintendo 3DS, DS games, there's like a lot of additions in a way. So yeah, there's like a lot. I think there's like a lot, but I might be wrong. It could be even worse. So yeah, so I think I will have to give myself a lot to go for. So I am going to the nearest town. I just chose my water afflict, which is interesting now. Now that I kind of look back to it, I haven't really changed my Pokemon names, which I rather not do. I think maybe most of you guys have your reasons why. So as I'm going through, I am trying to find an easy dock. I would go to Fall Arbor City, but unfortunately I can't. Well, I can, but it's not for me. But I will, because fun fact, they said that there's something going down at Fall Arbor City. I think I need to go back. So as I'm going through the latter half of the second half of the game, I cannot go to the ocean side cities like not Lava Ridge. Is it Puldridge City, Evergrande? Because I need something called Surf. Now with Surf, not Surf, I think it's Dive, because I have Surf. So I am going to Mauville City. So yes, so Mauville City is where I actually was before with Watts, which kind of seems a little weird. But going back to the map is that I cannot go to the second half, the end half of the game, because I need something called Dive. Now Dive is where you will reach like your very, very deep and shallow rivers, seas. I think the one thing that you need Dive for is this abandoned ship somewhere near Slateport, Dewford City as you're going through. So yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. So I cannot, you see if you were to see this, the black dots, yes, that means I cannot go to them. The other thing is that I really cannot go to because I haven't really gotten to them. So we're on Fortress City. So I think I'm gonna just end it here. This is part 1 of the game. So I will see you guys next time.